What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. This one is going to be pretty quick but very informative. No moves in the stock account today, but the crypto portfolio has been revamped to a portfolio that I think is going to do exponentially better than what I had before. So I'm going to give you guys exactly what I did and the reasoning behind it. Just want to say beforehand, don't go just buy coins or projects just because I do. I'm definitely not a crypto expert per se, but I'm going to explain why I did what I did. I think these moves are going to do really well as long as we don't get some sort of black swan event or anything major that messes up the typical cycles that we see, especially with election years. So I first want to explain why I made the moves I did. Number one, Bitcoin, I think, could top out anywhere between 120 and 150, maybe 170 in like a best case scenario. And so it was time to, this basically is the last leg of the crypto 4-year cycles. Crypto moves in 4-year cycles. During the last year is when you typically will see that sort of blow off the top, green candle, straight line type of movement. So I wanted to position myself with coins that have the ability to go up more than just 100%, like Bitcoin would. Also, same thing for Ethereum. Maybe it has a 3 or a 4x. We'll see by the end of the market. But I just figured that there are stronger narratives, which is my first point in this video. So these are just the top 100 coins, but just like the stock market, crypto markets have narratives for each cycle every 4 years. And so it's important not to just pick your favorite coins. You have to ride the trend of that particular cycle's narrative. For example, in the stock market, if you knew that the last 12 to 18 months was going to be pretty much nothing but big tech, Mag 7, that type of thing, that's been the narrative. So you pretty much could have chosen any stock in the Mag 7 and done really, really well over the past 12 to 18 months. For a little while, Tesla and Apple were taken out of the Mag 7 according to some people, and it became the Fabulous 5. But now they're saying it's the Mag 7 again with the recent action of Tesla and Apple. So the current narratives, so if we take this off of top 100 and we look at these different categories, the current narratives are, and these are not in any particular order, but there are 4 in my opinion. The first one is going to be memes. So memes are actually very important in the crypto world. A lot of it is speculation, but a lot of it is community, and people like to belong in these communities, and these memes are going to do really, really well this cycle. Every cycle of memes are going to do well, but it's important that you don't just pick memes that you are familiar with. By now, we are all familiar probably with the top 2 here. So Doge and Shiba Inu. And we're familiar with those because those are the memes from last cycle. But it's important that you get on the memes of this cycle, and that's what I decided to do. So I took out Shiba Inu, and I actually left Doge, as you're going to see, because I think Doge sort of has emerged as, it's almost not a meme anymore. It's gotten so popular. So I actually left Doge because I think it has a lot of room left in it. But Pepe, Whiff, Bonk, Floki, Brett, Mog, these are all projects that are the current cycle's memes. The next narrative is going to be AI and big data. So the way I'm playing this is, it's kind of like you need to be in the top projects of each narrative. So, but the thing is you don't want to just necessarily go with the biggest project. For this one, the biggest market cap at 5.91 billion would be Near. Near is a very good project, but I'm looking at some of these smaller projects that I think have even more room to run than Near does, but are also still safe and good projects. So I'll show you that one. the next narrative is real world assets. So this one's very exciting because there are some major players involved in this, such as BlackRock. So I will show you which one I got into there. And then the last narrative is gaming, in my opinion. So I have two of these already. Actually, the two that I chose are already in the portfolio. But so nothing new there, but gaming is the last narrative. So now I'll actually go to my portfolio. All right, so sitting currently at $95,000. There's still about, let's see, I believe $15,000 of it in cash. So I sold all the Bitcoin, and I'm not putting all of it into these first buys because you want to make sure your dollar cost averaging in. But I did establish the major points of the position. So this is the new portfolio. So all of the Ethereum went into Solana. Solana and Dogecoin are probably the only coins that any of you that are still watching this video, I know probably 70% of the audience stopped watching because they're not into crypto, but for those of you who are, Solana and Dogecoin are probably the only coins that you will recognize on this list. And to be honest, it's the only coins I would have known prior to doing my research over the past couple weeks. So the new coins to the portfolio, Brett was already in, Beam was already in, Echelon Prime was already in, Doge was already in. So the three new projects are Aerodrome Finance, Render, and Ondo. So these take care of the real world assets and the AI portion. Aerodrome Finance is, since Coinbase doesn't actually have like a dedicated coin, a lot of people are saying Aerodrome Finance is basically the coin of Coinbase, essentially. And so Ondo is actually a project that BlackRock has gotten in on, and it's basically moving forward with the tokenization of real world assets, and then Render is involved with AI as well. So this is the new portfolio. If we look at allocation, 31% of it is Solana, 15% Ondo, 12% Render, 9% Aerodrome, 8% Doge, 8% Echelon Prime, 7.8% Beam, 5% Brett, which is the meme coin. So this is just something, this is a portfolio that as long as we do see a bull market towards the end of, the next 12 to 18 months, this portfolio will do extremely well, in my opinion. I know I said I was going to do a video on Saturday, but I didn't make these buys until today. So besides, let's see, Brett, I'm actually in the profit on already because that's been in the portfolio a little while. Beam and Echelon Prime are both nicely in the profit. Echelon Prime's up 8% today. Solana is nicely in the profit. I was buying in the 130s, 140s. But Ondo, Render, and Aerodrome Finance, the price where it is now is pretty much my cost basis. So unfortunately this app doesn't show the cost basis, but the current prices are pretty much where I bought in at. So Bitcoin was actually nicely in the green this morning, and this portfolio was really popping off. Brett was up like 17%, I believe. Beam and Echelon Prime were up like 12-13%. So it definitely validated, Bitcoin going up only 2 or 3%. The rest of this portfolio is definitely going to really fly. But these are still, in my opinion, the leaders of each of the narratives. So real world assets, and if it's not the leader, meaning top in the market cap of that particular narrative, it's still in that top like 5 to 10. Some of them even top 3. So some of them I didn't choose the top as far as market cap because I want more growth, but I still feel that these projects are relatively safe. Nothing is really safe in crypto besides probably Bitcoin, but I think this portfolio is really going to fly. It's kind of like if you were to look at e-commerce, would you want to get into Amazon, or maybe would you get into like Shopify for more growth? So something like that is sort of my mindset. And Solana is really just anchoring the portfolio. I think Solana could still go to 800 to 1,000. So I think that $30,000 position could break $100,000 easily in the next 12 months. And then the rest of these coins, I believe, have anywhere from 5 to some of the lower caps could go up 30x, 30x in my opinion. So here's the portfolio. Still going to add to any dips, primarily on Ondo, Render, and Aerodrome. Echelon Prime and Beam are probably set. I could see maybe getting each of those to 10,000 at a max, but Ondo, Render, and Aerodrome are going to be my primary focuses. Maybe could add Solana if it dips like 20% or more, but I don't think that's in the cards. So we will see. Really confident on my decision, but you really never know. So maybe we've seen the top. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Obviously, with the stock market, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have mega caps reporting. So that's going to really drive the market in the near term, at least this week. And hopefully we get some positive earnings out of them, and we can continue moving up. But we will see. I'm probably not going to make any moves in the stock market unless maybe some of those earnings are bad and we get some dip buying opportunities, because mostly everything is still up right now, so besides CrowdStrike really. So we'll see, but I'm sure I'll have some more videos for you guys this week. But if you don't see anything out from me, it's because I didn't make any moves. So I will see you guys at some point this week. As always, take care and God bless.